What is going on, people? Today we're going to go ahead and go over the update that should be hitting the main servers here in the next couple of days, I would assume. And also, big shout out to Dusty Pan. I like their name, Dusty Pan, for letting us on the account and actually checking out what she has so far. Because I checked out what she has and it's quite a bit. So it'll give me a better idea of how to go about everything, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that you need to know, everything that you're going to need to get in order to get these artifacts and level them up, because all of that is important. So first of all, when you open here, you'll see your artifact haul. Now this is where you're going to see all your artifacts that you've gotten, their levels, all of that good stuff, right? You see the gold, the purples, the blues, very easy to see, right? Now from there, if you're looking for a specific one, whether that's infantry attack, cavalry attack, whatever, it does have a filter that we can actually take a look and look for certain stats. So, you know, you can go like this and, let me see, maybe one of these. Oh, geez. There we go. So yeah, once you get all of them, then you'll be able to just go ahead and filter them from here, because it is a lot. It's a lot of them. And as a matter of fact, on the left hand side, you'll see right below me that it says Unobtained Artifacts. And if you go here, it'll tell you basically which ones you have not gotten so far, or at least unlocked, right? Now, some of you are seeing 20 out of 25, 0 out of 35, you know, 10 out of 50. You know, what is that? Well, the way that this is going to work is that some of these artifacts you can unlock by going through the artifact fair. And these chests are going to give you a chance to unlock these artifacts. But for the most part, what you're probably going to get more of is going to be the shards. When you get shards, you need to get a certain amount of these shards to actually unlock the artifacts. So if you open up this chest and say you get I don't know, Lapin Nutmeg shards, that doesn't mean that you unlock the artifact. It means that you need 50 of those shards to actually unlock the artifact. Now, once you do unlock the artifact, what that's gonna look like is like this. The apple. Level 1, Fruit of Eternity. And here's the artifact boost at level 1. Research speed 1.6%, range max HP 3%, range defense 1%. Now here's where the other things come into play, right? You can upgrade these, and you have to use these records or books, whatever you want to call them, right? You're going to need a certain amount of these to upgrade them, and all of these artifacts, from what I've seen, go up to level 12. Now, you may be asking, how do you get these books or these records? Well, it goes back to the artifact fair. If you take a look at their drop rates, all the way down, you see that you can get the green, blue, and purple records from here, which you will need to upgrade these artifacts. But there is one more item that you can get from here, and that is the artifact brush. Now, how do you use this brush? Let me go ahead and show you how you would use this brush. Not only can you upgrade these artifacts with these records or books, when you go over to enhance, you can level up their star level. So once you get it up to a 5-star, that means that you're going to get a 1.5% multiplier on your stats. And this is where the artifact brush come into play. So all of the things that you get from these chests, you're going to need all of them. You're going to need all of them. The shards, if you can pull the artifact themselves, even better. So you're going to need a little bit of everything. And this chest is where IGG is gonna make their money, essentially, because to open one you need 200 of these artifact coins. Now, how do you get them? Well, they have this thing here where you can actually buy them straight up, but they're obviously not the cheapest. And obviously there's also going to be a bit of an RNG as far as drops. So it's not like going to be like previous items where you can kind of calculate how many you're going to need, etc. It's going to be it's going to be determined depending on the drops that you actually get. But here you go. You can open one chest for 200, or you can open 10 for 2,000. And I believe it's every 10 that you open, you're guaranteed an epic or higher artifact, meaning at least a purple or a gold. Now, knowing all of that and how you actually unlock the artifacts and how you go about upgrading them, What else do we need to know about these artifacts? Well, take a look at this. When you go over to enhance, you can actually use some more shards to actually take up some of these. So you're gonna need, even if you're getting more shards after you've unlocked them, you're gonna need those shards to actually take it up so they don't actually go to waste. Now if you take a look at this Athena's compass, right, and you go to upgrade, you still see that now you need purple books to upgrade, but to enhance from 3 to 4 star, not only are you going to need more of the artifact shards for the actual artifact and the artifact brush, but here you start seeing something else. This is a 5-star artifact shard, and it says I don't have any duplicate 5-star artifact shards. So that means that some of these you probably can upgrade until you've already got other 5-star artifacts, and then once you get them to 5 stars and pretty much maxed out, instead of getting what you would get for them, you will start getting these extra shards, and this is where you would start upgrading these. So this is where it's going to get a bit expensive once you start getting these to 3 stars and you start needing to require some of these 5-star artifact shards. So it's going to be interesting to see what people work on first, because it's pretty obvious that you're not going to be able to work on all of them at once and expect decent results. I think it's probably going to be better to focus on specific ones and try to get those up as much as possible, especially like the attack ones, because yeah, it's going to be quite a lot. There's another thing that I have to point out. Now when you go over to rankings and the menu as far as what everybody has, right below castle stars, you're also going to be able to see artifact collection, and it tells you the total stars and the total level. So that'll give you more of a breakdown as to what people are packing in their castle. I don't really know exactly what the max would be considered now, but if we take a look at ours, right? Let me take a look at the rankings. Dusty Pan. So let's take a look. Total stars, 12 stars, and total level, 58 levels. So this is going to be another good way to see how strong somebody else is, because you're going to be able to see how many stars they have on the artifact and just their total level in general. You're going to be able to see that once you take a look here. And the total level is just going to be like the general overall level that all your artifacts are. And then the stars is just how much you've enhanced them. So, like I said, it's going to be a good breakdown and to kind of see how strong somebody is going to be. That way you don't mess around with somebody that's way over your head. The other thing that I want to touch on is the artifact set. Now, these artifacts, once you actually have them unlocked, will give you a set bonus. Once you unlock these 3 artifacts, for instance, on the top, it gives you an army defense plus 5% bonus. Once you get them all to 3 stars, then you get army max HP 5%, and then once you max them all out, then you get the army attack 5%. And it goes the same with all the other ones, right? Training speed, you get research. I don't see a construction one, but again, we're probably going to get more later on, let's be honest. But these are the artifact sets that we have currently, and considering that their stats, it's only 5% across the board, it's not too bad considering how much these artifacts are going to give. But I'm not going to go over too much about the stats of the artifacts because it's going to be a lot of stats. But we'll go ahead and leave that for another video, because here I just want to go ahead and cover how it's all going to work. So again, the antique chest is where you're going to be getting most of everything. And the good thing is that these artifact coins, you are going to be able to get them from a lot of things like daily logins, just a bunch of rewards. You're going to be able to get them quite a bit, but there is quite a few things that did change. For instance, if you take a look here, the artifact coins, the pack, I believe the first one is 300 for $5. $20 is 1,200. So what that means is that even though it went up from 5 to 20, it didn't actually lose any value. So if that's the case, if it's not going to lose any value, that means that $100 pack should be 6,000 coins. Now with 6,000 coins, if you go over to the artifact fair and you do the math, that means that you can open 30 chests from $100. 30 chests from $100. Now, as to how the drops look and all that, I guess that's something that we're gonna have to wait and see. You can only open one daily, but you probably can be able to open more if you do a lot of the daily stuff that's going to be able to give you some of these artifact coins. Just know you can open 30 chests with $100. So maybe from there you can kind of start doing the math as to how much this is going to cost to at least take up a lot of them. Another good change, or I guess I shouldn't say change, but addition, is the 7-day dash bundle. They did change it to where it does give you 2,450 artifact coins in the 7-day dash bundle. So this is something that now a lot of people may think about grabbing, because that's a decent amount. That'll give you what, almost, oh man, that's like 15 chests, something like that. It's not bad. It's not bad. The other thing I saw that a lot of people were kind of worried about is turf quests. A lot of people saw that there were some turf quests that actually gave you those coins. But from what I have seen so far, it looks like you are only going to be able to get these coins from the turf quests that actually are for the artifacts, not from like random other things that'll give you a lot of might. So a lot of people were worried that your might is going to be going up way too much, just because you're going to get a lot of turf quests that you may want to actually receive in order to get these coins. But from what I have seen so far, you only get them from the actual turf quest that pertains to that. It is a decent amount though. It is a decent amount, but just as an FYI, it's not that everybody's gonna have to claim 200 million of turf quests. It's only the ones that pertains to that. So yeah, again, to break it down, once you get all your artifacts, then you're tasked with upgrading them with these books, which you're going to be getting from just opening them in general. And then the enhance. Obviously, the enhance is where it's going to get dicey, because not only will you need more of the artifact shards, and I'm guessing the higher level you get, the more shards you're going to need, the more artifact brushes that you're going to need, and then the epic 5-star artifact shards. That's also another bit of concern there. But considering how, for instance, if you take a look at this one, when this one is maxed out and the enhancement goes up to 5 stars, it goes up to 16% of all attack. That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go over too much about the actual stats and all of that. I just wanted to go ahead and just show you guys how it's all going to work out, how you're going to get a lot of these upgrades and a lot of these artifacts unlocked, and how the set bonuses work, as well as where you can actually get a lot of these from. And of course, in the artifact haul, like I mentioned, you do have that filter once you have them all unlocked and whatnot to find them easier. And you can actually take a look at the stats overall that you've gained from the boosts here. So yeah, it's all going to be predicated on these coins and opening chests, kind of just like the last update, where you can open chests and get the cards and all that. It kind of follows suit. So yeah, like I said, appreciate you, Dusty Pan, for letting us on the account and checking out the update, going over exactly how everything is going to work. I'm guessing when the update actually hits and these max titans that can't wait for more than 2 days before they max everything, they do their thing, then at that point we'll get a general idea as to how much it'll probably cost. But considering how many artifacts there is, it ain't gonna be fun. It's just not. But yeah, I'll do a separate video going over the stats, all the stat increases once maxed out and all of that, because it is a lot of stats. I dare say that this update, stats wise, is going to be even better than Astralight. It's just too many stats, and it's all passive. Once you have it, you have it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, either way, appreciate you guys for coming by. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Maybe I can get to it and answer it, or maybe somebody else. And let me know what you guys think so far of the update, because it feels like it's too fast, isn't it? doesn't it feel like it's a little too fast? It just feels like the last couple of updates have come way too fast, and there've been way too much. First, the research that needed like 80,000 tomes, which is absurd. Then you have Astrolite, which costs $30,000-$40,000 minimum to get Champ. And now this update, which I'm sure is not going to be cheap either. Just feels like a lot too fast. Like, and we're only in March of this year. It feels like a lot too fast. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. Either way, like I mentioned, appreciate you guys for coming through. And until later.